Hey there. In this session, we will learn how we can use the inline expression for processing as well as normalize the value. In the session 56, we have seen how we can use the custom mapping for calculating the value of the column using the C# code. But we need to register the assembly if we want to save the model. This makes the dependency of the DLL. ML.NET provides another option for the some common operations like the addition, subtraction, log, etc. For this, we need to use the expressions. Let's switch to Visual Studio. Here I have created an input model. It contains the 4 different features, and using the constructor set the values. In the demo class, I have created a list that represents the data and load it in the data view. Let's create a new method, name expression. Use the expression method of the transform catalog. Specify the expr1 value as output column name. In the expression parameters, specify the expression that we want to execute. For now, I'm going to perform the simple addition of the two number. We will get the two number x and y and return a sum of it. Its syntax is similar to the lambda expression in the C#. In the input column, pass the all the parameter for the expression. I'm going to pass the feature 1 and feature 2 and paste those 3 magical lines for generating model and preview. Add a breakpoint at the end. Update the program.cs file. Save all the files and run the project. Open the quick watch. Here you can see that it includes the expression 1 value and it contains the sum of the 2 value that we have specified. We can use the arithmetic, logical, ternary, and conditional operation in the expression. We can also perform some mathematical operation too, like minimum, maximum, log, absolute, square root, etc. Let me add the another estimator for this expression. Output column name will be expr2 value. This time we will pass the 3 parameter in the expression, that is x, y, and z. Identify the minimum value from the x and y, and add the log value for the z. Here we need to pass the 3 feature in the input column names. Save the file and run the project. Open the quick watch. This time it includes the another new column and it will be a result of the expression. Now we are going to normalize the minimum and maximum value of the entire column. Normalizing values means reassign the value of the column of the all the record. It will assign the 1 to the maximum value and assign the proportion value to the other record. Create a new method named normalize min max. Normalization will work on the vector type only. And here we have the floating values. So we need to combine all those features. Use the concatenate method and pass the 4 features. Append new estimator for normalize min max. Output column name will be Normalize feature. Pass the true in the fix0 parameter. And input column is a feature. Create a model for this pipeline. Transform the editor view. Obtain the normalize view from the editor view. Use the get column method of the editor view. Loop through the value and print its value separated by the tab. Save the file and run the project. Here in the console you can see that we got the value between the 0 and 1, where the original dataset has the value between the 0 to 20. Maximum value for the first column is at 20, so it assigned the 1 here. Next is a 15, so based on the proportion it will be a 0.75. If 20 is a 1, then 10 is a 0.5 and 8 will be a 0.4. For the next column, maximum value is 18, so it assigned 1 here and calculated value for the other record based on the proportion and so on. Here it considers 0 as a minimum value, but you can use the minimum value of the column too. For this, pass the false in the fix0 parameter. Save the file and run the project. This time we got the 0 for 8, 1 for 20. And proportion value assigned to the rest of the column. Let's see what we have learned in this session. We have learned how we can use the expression method to write the inline expression for calculating the value. In the expression, we can specify the expression as a string, and in the input column, we can specify the column that we'll use as the input for the expression. Here I have used the simple addition, minimum value, and the log, but there are lots of method and operators are supported. I have added a link for the official documentation that mention all of those stuff. Using the normalize min-max, we can convert all the values between the 0 to 1 in the proportion. By default, it uses the 0 as the minimum value for generating the proportion value. But using the fix0 property, we can use the original minimum value of the column to generate the proportion value. Stay tuned for the next session.